Start now?
We're talking with Andrew Bruce, sound designer, entrepreneur, British gentleman, old friend here at the Broadway Sound Masterclass of 2009. The theme of our classes this year has been then and now, and certainly between the two of us, we were there then, and now we're still here.
And we're still here.
And we're still here. What do you think, Andrew, has been the biggest change that since we first started working together back in 1975, as far as the technique of audio and what's happened?
Since 1975? Well, I remember the first show we did with you, there were no radio mics at all. Everything was floats and rifles. And a very judicious use of a chorus booth, very clever use of a chorus booth. But then you had persuaded the producer to employ enough people to sing in it, which was great. Without that chorus booth, I suspect we'd have been pretty dead in the water. Now, it's radio mics forever, you know. If we didn't have those, we would be incapable of producing some of the sound that we do from most of the shows on Broadway and the West End, I think, and most of the big musical shows.
I mean, we're talking anywhere of 30 to 40 transmitters here, I think. I don't know what's the largest number you've used in the West End, but
52 is the largest I've used. But I know we put together a show that had 64. I think that was Showboat. It was 64.
And what do you think the change that has occurred in the digital world, now that we're able to have ones and zeros to manipulate audio? We can do practically anything. Is it a help? Is it easier? Does it take more time? Does it give us better tools?
It gives us all of those things. Does it take more time? Yes, it does. To begin with, I think, take more time whilst you're learning this new craft of programming desks such as this one behind. But it gives us so many more tools, infinite number of new tools to play with. We can store any number of EQ changes. We can store EQ changes for understudies, for different clothing. We can program all kinds of stuff on these desks that we had no chance.
As we talked about in some of our sessions here at the Masterclass, being able to program signal delay into each channel to allow localization of performer on stage is a valuable and vital function of new sound design, and these desks able to do that give us a great deal of ability to make our sound system, when it's merely being a reinforcement system, invisible, which is one of the things that we now look at.
Absolutely. I mean, we spend a lot of time programming delays, channel delays into various mics. When we're in technicals, that's one of the things I spend most of my time doing, estimating people's position on stage and programming the delay time that best matches it.
What do you find yourself occupied with these days, Andrew, for the most part, besides your family?
I do two things. I no longer have a very active involvement in the running of the company. That's done by Terry Jardine and Duncan Bell. I have chosen to spend more time working on the software for consoles such as the Digico behind us, because I think that's what I can probably best bring to this party. I was lucky enough to be involved with the development of the software for the ill-fated Soundcraft Broadway that never actually made it into the live theatre. We tried very hard to get it onto Martin Guerre in 1996, but failed, mainly because the hardware couldn't keep up with what it needed to do. But what we did come away with from that was a very important dossier compiled at the time of what we thought the digital surface needed to do and what it should give us. And that dossier has been absolutely invaluable in the development of the current breed of theatre software.
Are you designing any shows, though? staying involved actively in the theatre.
I had thought that my days of designing shows were over, but as a matter of fact, I've just been asked to design Mother Courage at the National Theatre for Deborah Warner, which, as you may know, has 9 songs in it, I think. And Deborah has commissioned a rock and roll score to go with it. So it's an Irish singer-songwriter who's writing the music for it as we speak. It's in the round in the Olivier, and it's going to be great fun.
Sounds like it's going to be very exciting. We've been speaking with Andrew Bruce here at the Broadway Sound Masterclass at the Tisch School of the Arts at New York University. Thank you very much, Andrew, and I do appreciate you spending these few moments with us.